Currently, right now, I think my main focus, it's actually really shifted because a lot of my past work has been inspired by graffiti art, just actually painting on the street, painting under bridges and all that. And I love to do that. I love that practice, but I want to kind of create more work that speaks to a wider audience. And so my new work is kind of been accompanied by poetry that I've written over the years. I've never really known what to do with my poetry. It's just these words come into my head and I just write them down, but then they just stay in my drawer or whatever. But I'm finding a real connection with my poetry to my art. So now my practice is combining the both, and I really rely heavily on caricature work and cartooning to express a bigger idea of what my graffiti pieces were or want them to convey. So now that I'm combining the poetry, I don't want to say instead of the graffiti lettering, but just this is a new mix that I'm doing, and I'm finding a lot of connection with myself and with my art through that. The text in the show that I did in the gallery for the mural was poetry that I've written. It's not really specifically written for any type of thing. It's just a verse or a poem that I had in one of my books, and I thought it would be cool to kind of convey the idea and the energy of graffiti art as a personal experience of one individual and his idea of graffiti through his lens, I guess. So I guess it's an experience of someone who just feels a necessity to create no matter what. It's not specifically me. It's more supposed to be like there's many people like me that are having these mystical experiences on the street where, you know, a lot of society gets caught up in the legalities of graffiti, where you have to remember that there's people that are just having these experiences for themselves, and there's a whole story behind why each person is creating. It's not under one, I mean, it comes under one big umbrella, but there's so many specific different stories and reasons why each person is creating what he's creating. So I mean, society itself calls it graffiti, but from the inside we call it writing. So it's a writing culture. So I wanted to emphasize the writing part, the idea that we're actually continuing to honor the written language, writing words, writing messages for the public to see is really what I wanted to convey. Aside from like the idea, the whole energy behind graffiti is also like the messaging.